Hi friends, I am Rishikesh Razu. In this video, I would like to tell about interacting with database in JSP. So we've seen interacting with database using JDBC drivers, and we've seen interacting with database in servlets, and now we are going to see interacting with database using JSP. So the same code whatever you used you know in JDBC drivers as well as in servlets, the same code also we are going to use in JSP, but the way of representing going to change according to the JSP syntaxes. Okay, so you are watching that code in Eclipse. So if you see first five steps, first load the driver. This is the first step. So we are using anyway Oracle. So Oracle dot JDBC dot driver dot Oracle driver O capital, Oracle D capital. Okay, then we have to get connection. We have to get connection. For that we have URL, data source URL. That means and also the connect to the data source using username and password. So for this we are going to use URL is JDBC colon Oracle colon thin colon at the rate of 1521 colon localhost colon 1521 colon XE is the URL. Then password for Oracle system all are in capitals. Password I gave is root. According to your database credentials you provide. So after that we have to prepare a query. So if we have employee table, I want to retrieve data. Select star from employee. So it is in some string s, string s. Okay, so now create statement object. Object. So how we are going to create using connection that was used in second step. Assume that object is con dot create statement s capital A. So if you observe, it takes so it won't take any argument. So which is going to return statement object. So statement st. So now result set rs equal to that st dot execute query. Execute query is the method defined in statement which takes that the string s as an argument. So now output is in result set, that is in rs. So suppose employee contains 3 rows. Assume 3 rows. Suppose you have 3 rows. First row, second row, third row. So first time it is in first row. So to navigate those records, while rs dot next we have to use. Okay, if it is if we have a row, so no problem. We are going to visit that row. So first time it is pointing to first row. To display that one, out dot println, or you can use system dot println. So there if it has suppose two columns employee name, designation and address. Suppose 3 columns. Name, first id is int type. So get int column number 1. Then second pseudocode I am writing. Okay, so plus some space we are going to give, plus get string, employee name is string, that is a column, second column. After some space, so we are going to call third column, get string, that is address, there is a third column. So here rs dot get int, rs dot get string, because first time it is pointing to first record. So once first record columns were visited, it goes to second record. second second row columns were visited, it goes to third row, like that. So first row, second row, third row, all the records were traversed, then our job is left, means our job is over. So now you close the connection, count dot close. So this means here uh, the steps, if you observe, 5 steps are there. First step, load the driver. Second step, if you observe, create a connection object. Third step, create a statement. Fourth step, if you observe, so execute the query. Okay, and do the necessary work. And fifth step, close the connection object. Okay, these are 5 steps more. So we'll see that in Eclipse. So here JSP database, see, in body tag, so the code I written is in open angle bracket percentage closing angle bracket. I specified multiple pure Java statements. Okay, connection C1 whose initial value is null, statement ST1 whose initial value is null, and try and catch. So any SQL exception, any input output exception, any kind of exception suppose going to be raised. So if safe side, we kept all the code in try. So that if such an exception going to be raised in a try block, the advantage is that can be propagated to the catch block. Okay, so here first step, I am loading registering with the driver. Then we are creating a connection with the Oracle database. Then we are creating the statement object. Then we are executing the query. Okay, so when you execute the query, that output should be in RS here. So based on number of records, so first record and its column details going to be displayed, second record and its column details going to be displayed, third record and its column details going to be displayed. If there are no fourth record, so come out of the loop. Then fifth step, we are closing the connection. Object. Okay, so now we are going to run. It is not a server program, it's a application, Java application. Why? Because so here we are interacting with the database. That won't require server to run. It is a servlet if it is a servlet program, server should be run. It is a JSP program, server should be run. Yes, server should be run in case of JSP. So it is a server-side technology. So JSP is a server-side technology. So compulsory you have to run on the server. So right click, run as on server. So before going to that, first you will check employee, employee database, employee table, that is in Oracle database. So go to database homepage. There you provide username and password and check that employee table was there or not. So system, all in capital letters, root, small letters. So click on run. When you click on run, go to SQL, there SQL commands. So first you specify describe employee. It is there or not, run. Yes, it is there. If you observe, only it have 2 columns, first name, last name. Employee first name, last name only will be there. So to see what are the records are there, select start from employee. Okay, select start from employee. So run. So 2 rows are there. You can also insert one more row. Okay, so insert into employee values, single quotes. You can take Virat Kohli, and Kohli, first name, last name. run. Means there is error, means here we gave unnecessary character, invalid character, semicolon instead of quotation. Now we gave correctly. Yes, we inserted. Now we check it. Select start from employee. So it is a GUI of Oracle environment. So how many rows are there? 3 rows are there. Okay, we need to get first row Little Sachin, second row Master Blaster, third row Virat Kohli. So when you try to run, so what the output you got? Little Sachin, Master Blaster, Virat Kohli. Here we use it is what out dot system dot println. If you observe system out dot println statement we had used in the code. See, system dot println. Instead of that, if you use here out dot println, we'll check it. Double quotes h1 double quotes and plus. So at the ending slash h1. Okay, so save all. You run now again. So run as on server. Run. See, earlier system.println, that time we got in the console. It is the console. Okay. Now instead of system.println, we specified here out.println. Out is implicit object, which we already discussed in our previous session. So we can directly use the implicit objects in JSP. So which have println method. So out.println, that each record information we displayed. Each record consisting of some here 2 columns, first name, last name. That information we displayed. So 3 records are there. 3 records it is going to be displayed. So this is the output we obtained. So in this way we have to work with database in JSP. So in JSP, once you observe the code, so using JSP tags, we return all the code in HTML code only. Okay. So finally, some valid name we have to give with extension JSP. So that is those files are saved in web content. And right click, run as on server. Okay. So when we would like to run this JSP kind of files, we have to build JSP -API.jar file. So right click on the project directory, build path, configure build path, class path. There, add external jars. There I already have JSP -API.jar file. You can also check it. JSP, see, JSP -API.jar file. Okay, apply and close. That's why we don't have any errors. Otherwise, left side at every line it is going to show red cross mark. Okay, once you load this, that red cross marks at every line going to be vanished, and you are going to see free Java code. So now we can run, and you are going to see the output. What output we got just now we seen. Okay, so that's all students. So we'll see with another concept in next class. So thank you. We'll see you in next video. Hope this video going to be useful to you a lot.